Gamers, today on Renvar, we are going to be forcing 5,000 Phase 2 clone troopers into a pressure test. The clone troopers are defending a valley here with a staggered defense set up until the very last point over here on this hilltop where they will make their final stand. And going up against them first is going to be 10,000 Jedi Knights. We're also going to be doing other units later in the video, so be sure to stay tuned. Either way, guys, if you enjoy these Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator videos, please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 600 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you have not already. We're trying to hit 350k by the end of 2021, and every subscriber matters. I really appreciate it. And comment down below what other crazy matchups you guys want to see in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator Star Wars mod. Either way, let's get it going, boys. Alrighty then, gamers, here we go. Battle number 1 here, and we have our 10,000 Jedi moving on forward here. Now, the thing with the Jedi is they are only able to use their laser swords in these battles. So they're not really going to be uber effective at range. In fact, they're going to be completely ineffective at range, but the lucky thing about them is that they do have a lot more health than your standard clone trooper. So the Jedi will be able to withstand probably a lot of initial far-ranged fire from the clone trooper army here, but as soon as they get within range, they're gonna start chopping these boys up completely. So as we can see here, the front line of Jedi are taking hits, and a few of them are dying, but many of them still managing to get really close in. The camera just totally tweaked on me right there, but we're back. Okay, and here they go. They are colliding with the clone troopers here, absolutely obliterating that front line right there. The Jedi, again, taking some immense shots. I'm trying to look at the ground here for where there are dead Jedi. There were a few back there, but I don't know. Maybe their bodies disappeared, or maybe I'm looking in the wrong space. For some reason, my camera's very fast. How do I slow it down? Okay, that's a little bit better there. Yeah, I was just zooming all over the place. I couldn't get a grip. Either way, the 5,000 clone troopers are just getting their salads tossed right now, but the Jedi are probably taking more and more damage. This first initial engagement here is probably going to be the worst for the clone troopers. They are probably going to lose the most men, and the Jedi are going to lose the least. But every single... Oh, no! Oh, that's so bad. Oh, God. Okay. What I was going to say was every single defensive point beyond the first one is going to get better and better for the clone troopers, since the Jedi will be whittled down more and it'll be easier to start cutting into them more and more. But if the backlines are going to get their salads tossed by absolute big old boulders every single time, it's going to be a lot harder for the clone troopers here. And here come the Jedi now interacting with the second line of defense here. We can go ahead and check how many Jedi have died. 543 Jedi have died. Not nearly as much as I was hoping for. I really thought that the clone troopers would definitely be gutting a lot more Jedi at this point, but right now they're just a little under 600 kills, and the Jedi have killed 2,000 out of the 5,000 clone troopers. So just about half the clone troopers right there are already dead and dying. Ooh, 1 second, my dog is scratching on the door to come inside, so let me go ahead and pause real quick and we will be right back. Okay, gamers, Scout is back in his house here, and we can go back into normal mode here. Sorry about that. My doggo had to come inside, so, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do for the doggo. Oh, more boulders dropping. Oh, and a couple of Jedi going down from them. That would be definitely more helpful if more of the boulders would kill Jedi. That would certainly be helping out the clone troopers quite a bit. That could happen in this little corridor area here. But the second to last line of clone troopers is beginning to hold off the Jedi. The longer they delay them within this canyon, the better off they will be, because the Jedi could potentially die to a heck of a lot of boulders that come down. But right now, we're not seeing any of those coming down, so kind of sad right there. The clone troopers getting a few kills on these Jedi, but the Jedi are just barreling on forward. They begin to force push clone troopers backwards. They begin to swipe at them, killing them. All sorts of craziness going on. I really want to see a boulder come down and crush some Jedi, but it seems like they are one with the Force, and the Force is with them, and no such boulders are coming down to crush them like it did for the clone troopers. It just seems like an unfair advantage that the Jedi got to witness it, but not the clones. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The Jedi are going to witness some death here. from some boulders. Ooh, this is gonna be juicy. Yes! Come on! For the Grand Army of the Republic! Yes! Oh, yes! Beautiful. There we go. Finally! Finally, the clone troopers get some small advantage right there from an environmental kill. You gotta love it. Still more boulders messing up more Jedi here. It is cutting off their supply to the front lines quite nicely right there. There you go. That was a pretty good one. However, the second to last line of clone troopers is still going down back here. Yeah, they are getting chopped up. They have killed a solid number of Jedi over here, but it seems like the Jedi are just going to end up being too powerful for the clone troopers. The Jedi have killed 3,300 clones. The last 1,000 or so are remaining over here. It seems like many died from the boulders, so actually there's only 1,000 clones remaining, even though the Jedi only killed 3,300, so that means 700 were killed by boulders. And as for the Jedi, they have 8,500 troopers remaining. The clones have killed 1,000, that means 500 died from boulders there. So here we go, the clone troopers in their last stand on this hillside right now, firing away at the Jedi. They really need to pick up some slack here. I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, we're seeing more dust. Yes! More boulders coming down! A potential reprieve for the clone troopers here as the boulders continue to squish more and more Jedi here, carving out large swaths of them. It's all the clones can hope for, that these continue to fall and kill more Jedi, because right now the clones are looking pretty bad. Yeah, here we go. Collection of Jedi starting to make it up to the hillside here. The clones trying their hardest here. They're getting kills. We can see dead Jedi on the battlefield as night begins to fall in Renvar here, but still it's not enough for the clone troopers. Let's see how many Jedi are left. About 7,500 Jedi are left, so about 2,500 have died, and the clone troopers only killed 1,200, so you know, another 1,300 or so died from boulders, and meanwhile the clones only have 800 troopers left alive, and the Jedi have killed 3,500 of them. So we are seeing the end days here as the Jedi begin to crest up over this hill and just wipe out the last of these clones. RIP to the Grand Army of the Republic. They really gave it their all, but at the end of the day, I mean, Jedi are just a little too powerful for them. Despite them having the distinct ranged advantage. Oh, more boulders. Yeah, they had such an advantage from a range. You know, it didn't matter because the Jedi are just so beefy. They can deflect so many shots. They've just got so much longevity to their lifespans that the clones are just not able to really hold them back. So the Jedi have lost over 3,000 troopers. Just about 3,300 Jedi have died and counting, and the clones have lost now almost their full 5,000. Only 250 of them remain in the back lines back here. So I guess it is kind of good that the clone troopers did manage to kill a heck of a lot of Jedi. I mean, 3,500 Jedi dead is nothing to scoff at. In fact, that's quite impressive, but it just wasn't enough to keep the Grand Army of the Republic alive. And now their bodies are just getting tossed over the hillside over here. RIP. A few of them are still alive down here. Jedi still doing some messy business. Any more boulders come down? I don't know. There's still just such a swarm of Jedi back here. It's absolutely redonkulous. So yeah, 6,555 Jedi remain. 15 clone troopers remain. Actually, the clones are still getting some Jedi kills here, which is very, very impressive. That's pretty neato burrito, if you had to ask me there, sonny boy. But there we go. One clone remains. He's got to be somewhere around here. I actually have no idea. No idea where the last clone trooper is. Oh, more boulders because the Jedi numbers are dropping. So one clone remains, and the Jedi have just lost 4,000 troopers. There we go. The last clone died. So the end numbers are 6,000 Jedi remaining, 5,000 clones dead, 4,000 Jedi dead. An impressive battle. Rip the clones. Let's bring in another fighting force to go up against these 5,000 clones. All right, we're doing something a little different this time. We've got ourselves our 5,000 clone troopers versus 1,000 giant ogres. Oh, these guys are a lot weaker than I thought they were. Oh, the fantasy armies are not really up to par, are they? Okay. Well, the clone troopers are going to be going from an extraordinarily difficult battle with the Jedi to a relatively easy battle with the giant ogres. They're slow, they're beefy, and apparently they don't have that great of health. I really thought their health would just be bussin', but instead it is lacking. There's no sauce to these ogres. These ogres are sauceless. They really need some sauce to them because they have, I don't even know if they've killed a clone. They have not killed a clone. They have not managed to even make it to a clone trooper. These ogres are getting so slaughtered. There's just no contest to it at all. These guys are going down, and they're going down extraordinarily hard here. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes-a-rooney. Yep, they are still at a big old donut, a big old 0 kills on the clone troopers. It does seem like the clones are going to die from some rocks there. But overall, a shocking performance from the giant ogres. They did horribly. They didn't even kill a single clone themselves, and the clones killed 1,000 of them. All right, let's move on to the next little challenge for these clones. All right, gamers, 5,000 clone troopers versus 5,000 combine soldiers here. That's right. We got a big old Half-Life 2 army here versus a big old clone trooper army, and already the clone troopers are starting to drop. Now, this is going to be definitely a challenge for both sides because both units are ranged. So the defensive advantage that the clone troopers sort of got to enjoy from those ogres as well as the Jedi, it's a little bit negated now because now they're going up against an enemy unit that can fire at them from a distance as well. They do not have to approach the clones completely to get the kills, and already the first blockade of clones is down. The Combines just killed 1,800 clones, and the clones only killed 342 Combine soldiers. So it does appear as though the Combine, being able to sort of surround the clone on the outside of that valley, managed to clutch it up for them a little bit. And it seems like actually the Combine might outrange the clones. No, the clones are still firing. It's just these guys in the back are behind the hill, so they're not able to. So the early clones in that little area there going down early because the Combine is sort of able to outrange them. And here comes the pain. Boulders coming on down. Now, the reason I'm not too fussed about this is I know when the Combine inevitably come forward here, they're also going to be dealing with these boulders, so it's not the worst thing in the world that the clones have to deal with them as well. In fact, it almost evens it out a little bit there. Either way, here come the Combine soldiers. They're entering into the valley area now. The leading few just sort of marching through this hillside, which sort of protects them and prevents the clone troopers from exactly, nailing them as targets right there. And the Combine are able to get nice and close. However, once they crest over this hill, I think it's going to be a different story, and it is, because the Combine soldiers have to come up over this hill, and then the clones have a good opportunity to sort of get some good fire into them and kill a solid number of those Combine soldiers right there. So that's working out ever so slightly in the clones' favor right there. More and more Combine soldiers getting dropped as they crest up over this hill, and the clone troopers doing just a very nice job of taking these boys out. They're good. You love to see, but still, I mean, these clones are going to end up falling. There's just a lot of Combine soldiers coming on forward here, ready to fire and ready to take them out. We are seeing the Dusty Mountain. That means more boulders coming down on top of possibly the clones. Possibly some Combine soldiers might get hit this time, but no, it seems to mainly affect the clones. Just 4 guys died right there, and that boulder didn't even make it. Okay. That one really wasn't too big of a deal against the clone troopers. It literally killed 4 clone troopers, so that's not terrible. Why don't we go ahead and speed up the battle a little bit here. Get these Combine soldiers really marching on forward here. These clones are doing a great job holding out right here. They are stalling these Combine soldiers and causing quite a number of fatalities here. This is actually very, very good by the clones, and it's this little hillside defense that's resulting in that. The Combine can't really fire at them until they're up and over the hill, in which case the clones just spray and pray them with so much fire that just manages to get a lot of Combine kills. But still, the Combine have been very lucky this game and have been destroying the clone troopers surrounding them, things like that. They might also be a little bit beefier than the clone troopers, which isn't what I expected. I kind of expected them to be on even footing, but it seems like the Combine are definitely a little bit beefier of boys. No rocks falling just yet, but that gives the Combine some time to get into a prime position for the rocks to fall on top of them, so that'll be good for the clone troopers. The camera sometimes, man, just zooms around. It's crazy. All right, a couple of Combine going down now as they enter into the kill zone of the clone troopers. Yeah, a solid number going down. I like how they have like the puffy jackets. It's kind of funny looking. I never really played Half-Life. I kind of wish I did. I've seen videos of it and things like that, but I never really played it as a kid. I was mainly into multiplayer games. I played a ton of Team Fortress 2 back in the day. Really up until the Man vs. Machine update, which I think is still sort of the last major update it got. I don't remember exactly, but that's sort of when I called it quits. But I played for years on TF2. It used to always be my go-to multiplayer game. That and like COD World at War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, etc., etc. Those games were always in there, in my rotation. Whenever I gamed with friends, it was usually like Halo Reach. But in terms of Valve games, it really for me, it was Team Fortress 2. That was my main go-to. That and Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike I definitely played a good bit of as well. Either way, the Combine are going to be running into a similar sort of hill defense situation that they ran into before. They're going to be cresting up over this little hillside, and then the clones are going to be able to shoot at them, but the Combine aren't really going to be able to shoot at the clones very well. So the clone troopers have 1,500 soldiers remaining, but the Combine has 3,600 3,600, I can't talk today, troopers remaining. Hopefully this boulder comes down and does a number on them to give the clones a little bit more of a chance here. Okay, now the Combine has 3,000 soldiers remaining, so they have exactly double the number of troopers as the clones here. But I think this defense by the clones is doing well, and yes, it is. It is absolutely shredding the Combine, and the clones are losing very few troopers. So this defense right here is definitely going to be coming in clutch for the clone troopers during this battle. And if the Combine do manage to break out of this, then hopefully, future battles with the hillside troopers over there will also go a similar good way. But here we go, another little rock boulder thing happening right here, crushing a whole lot more Combine soldiers. That is actually really good, and this is probably the perfect place for the clone troopers to hold the Combine back. The fact that it's happening in the valley and not out of the valley is really good, because those boulders are going to continue to fall on the Combine. Now the clone troopers have 1,200 soldiers remaining, and the Combine only have 2,000 soldiers remaining. However, I would like to note that it seems like the Combine are finally getting a bit of a footing over here, and they're starting to get a few more kills at a time, instead of previously where they were getting basically no kills. So the clone defense here might falter and might go down at the end of the day. Here come more rocks coming on in here and crushing more Combine soldiers. This could potentially almost even out the battle between the two. It almost does. 1,500 Combine soldiers remain and 1,000 clone troopers remain. Just a 500 trooper deficit here that we've got going on. Yeah, this clone trooper defense, while it did last a very long time, and it actually ended up almost evening out the battle between the two sides, it is about to falter. And there you go, the Combine defeat the last of the clone troopers right there. If we're lucky, one more boulder strike will happen against the Combine, but for now, yes, here we go, it is going to happen. But for now, the clone troopers are going to have to defend on the hillside. This might be the last major rock kill that we get for the clone troopers here against the Combine, and it was a sweet one. That one ended up doing really well. So let's go into the final battle over here. Clone troopers already getting struck from the back. That's not very good. 700 clone troopers versus 1,000 Combine soldiers. It seems like the Combine do outrange the clones a little bit too, actually. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, the clone's actually getting no Combine kills right now because the Combine just straight up outranges the clone troopers' DC-15Ss, and so the clones are just going down without even a fight. Oh, we came so close to victory there for the clone trooper boys. I felt like it was within reach, but then the Combine just outranging them right here results in the clone defeat. Yeah, this is pretty sad. The last few troopers here might do a little bit of a stand, but it's 1,000 versus 200 right now, and I just don't see the clones really managing to do all that much. Oh yeah, this is how democracy fails, with thunderous clapping of cheeks. It's just so sad. Oh, more boulder action. There's not even any Combine in there though. There's nothing in there. Yeah. They're just going to slowly descend upon these last few remaining clone troopers, get the kills they need, and dip. You hate to see it. But what you don't hate to see is the fact that I'll probably be live on twitch.tv/dailytactics when this video goes live. So if you want to head on over there, I'll probably be playing some hardcore Minecraft today. We have a world that we're like, almost 50 days deep into, so that's pretty fun. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll be live streaming it And I'd love to see you there. There's 3 clone troopers left alive here. I will Rambo one of them and try and do my best to get at least a combine kill. There's only 800 of them remain. I did. I was going into a glorious speech and it just didn't work out. The 2 clone troopers back here are just going to get executed. And there you go. The combine wins. That's going to be about it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And go check out my Twitch live stream. Link will be in the description below. Twitch.tv/dailytactics. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.